Happy New Year! 2020 is finally over. I think it's because we just sat quarantine all year. This year just seemed to fly by. It was awful. I felt like nothing good was gonna happen until 2020 is over. But some good stuff did happen, and now 2020 is over. And I'm making a standard drawing video. Oh, for today, no Pokemon, just something random. A lot of you probably haven't heard of Ben 10, and even less of you have heard of a comic made by people at the Ink Tank. I'll leave a link to their channel down in the description. They made a comic called 5 Years Later, a crossover comic with Danny Phantom and Ben 10, and 5 years later. Okay, I'll be right back. Ryan, cut it out. Cut it. Puppy. Okay, so 5 years later is a free web comic. I'll leave a link of that in the description and with the Ink Tank. And that is pretty much a continuation of the story of Ben 10 and Danny Phantom 5 years later. So they're in their 20s and they're still fighting bad guys. The comic is awesome, and since it's a fan comic and not an official comic, it's not bound to copyright laws, meaning they can add whatever aliens they want, and whatever alien and that means famous aliens from pop culture are in 5 years later, including the Saiyans from Dragon Ball Z. There's a whole video with the Kryptonians and the Saiyans, and explaining them. I guess I'll leave that in the description as well. I'm gonna leave that a lot in the description. And this comic was commissioned by Curl, the artist, and had a whole bunch of amazing comic book writer. Okay, dude. You want me on cam? Will that show you out? Nope. Okay, anyway. So, the 5 years later Saiyans are very different from the regular Saiyans. And in more ways than one. My favorite difference is they're a Super Saiyan form. For some reason, when Saiyans have enough ki control that everybody can just unlock Super Saiyan. I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose of Super Saiyan being special. But the form looks so cool. I'm gonna put a picture up. And I'm making a what if. I'm planning on making the what if Deku was a 5 years later Saiyan. Leave a like down below and comment if you want that to be the next what if after Avatar the Avatar what if, which part 2 is coming soon. And okay, let's just get into the video. This guy is getting on my nerves. All my videos are not scripted, except for my what if videos and story written videos. But I just really went off track for the last recordings, so I'm going to try my best to be on track now. Now, at first this was supposed to be a hand drawing, but my ink decided to be weird, so I had to redraw this in digital. And it wasn't really too hard. I feel like I could have done a better job with everything, but one step at a time. I messed with Midoriya's hero costume from season 3, and the reference is a Super Saiyan from Ben 10 5 years later. It looks a lot cooler than the original Super Saiyan forms, and that's probably because they're just the same as regular, but the hair color just changes. I did the same hair color thing, the same coloring thing that I did for the Pokemon trainers, The way I did the background looked like I was about to finish, but I didn't finish because it looked a little different than what I was planning. So I added more hair detail, gave it that orange tuft of hair that the Super Saiyan has, and and, and I made it look more like it's glowing rather than it just being a thing. So yeah, here's Midoriya as a Super Saiyan, as a 5 years later Super Saiyan. Bonus video, I was trying to play Among Us, and I ran into a hacker.